Welcome, goodly beast. After much thought and quiet contemplation, the elders and myself, Abbot Cedric, are accepting your petition to join us as a novice of Redwall Abbey. We are honored that such a clever and competent young mouse, such as yourself, would seek to join us in our ongoing labors.
Now I should go down these stairs and see if anyone is here. Cedric? Cedric, it is I. I am here to begin my training. Oh, what is this? A map and 3 bottles. Ah, I see. This is the path I must take.
As you continue your journey to our gates, consider the charter and our order's vocation. At all times we must live up to this. It is our way, our very life. With this note is a key to the gates of Redwall. Take the road south from the garrison. Keep Mossflower Woods to your left, and you will soon reach our gate. On your way, I will ask you to collect a few things. 3 bottles of spring water, a half-dozen red and white mushrooms, and 3 handfuls of field grass, seeds. Our friars need these for a special dish. We look forward to your arrival soon.
Oh, jeepers, that means me. I better get my bottles ready, and I will follow this map to the abbey itself. It's very dark. I hope there are no weasels about. Aha! My first mushrooms. I'm supposed to collect a half-dozen of these. That's 3. The abbey. And the river moss. Oh. There's some more mushrooms down by the roots of this tree. I know that mushrooms like to grow in the dark. And I think I'm supposed to collect grass seeds as well. Let's confirm. Yes, 3 handfuls. Does that mean 3 times 64, or does that just mean 3? I hope it just means 3, actually. There's 1 handful. And there's 2 handfuls. Come along now. There must be more grass seeds here. Let's try off this way. Here we are. There we go. 5 handfuls of seeds, 6 handfuls of seeds, and a half-dozen mushrooms. That would be 6, and I have 10. Let's double check our list. 3 bottles of water, 3 handfuls of grass seeds, half-dozen red and white mushrooms, 3 bottles of spring water. So all we need is the spring water. Ooh, a red rose. Does that signify a secret hidden treasure? I think that it does. If only I am able to find it. It must be a parkour test of my mousely jumping abilities up in this tree. Let us try this one more time to find. Is it under there? No. Oh my goodness, I'm going to get lost among the roots of this giant tree. I'm just a poor little mouse, making my way through the giant world of Redwall. I've heard so many stories of Redwall as a child, and even as, what do they call a young mouse? My mom used to call me Cheese for short. That's right. She used to call me Little Cheese as I made my way through the safe field where I lived. think I'm going horribly off track now. And I'm not seeing any hidden treasures. I've always been a curious little mouse looking for hidden treasures. So I just assume them to be anywhere that there is a red rose. But perhaps I'm only fooling myself in thinking that there was a hidden treasure there because of that red rose. Oh well, it's too dark, and there are other creatures about in the forest. I shan't linger. I should continue on my way. Now there's a lot of other red roses. I think I'm going to limit my search to red roses that are in pots. I saw a brown mushroom. I wasn't tasked to pick up a brown mushroom. I'm just gonna hop and skip along here to make this a little faster, because I'm also a very impatient mouse. I don't really prefer long walks on the beach in the middle of the night, or at sunset for that matter. Oh, and I just skipped right into a tree and bumped my little mousy nose. Oh my goodness, the abbey is quite far away from the tower that I thought was the abbey at the start of my adventure. How silly of me to think I was starting in the abbey itself. Well, those trees look nice, but it's too bad I can't see them in the dark very well. It's a little spooky here. I best be careful when I go down these stairs. Here we go, a spring. Ah, now, that, my friends, is a potted flower. I do think that there is going to be some sort of a treasure hidden here. Let's get these ingredients safely into my pockets and check my map. Oh, I am but nary a little ways from the abbey now. Do I see anything perhaps that would indicate what the red flower was hiding? I do not readily see, unless it's here. No, I do not see what is readily hidden. Then I suppose it shan't be hidden readily, but merrily to thee I speak of a treasure. And not knowing exactly where the treasure is, I am at thus a disadvantage to perhaps my older mousy siblings that could figure this out much quicker than I. Normally, I wouldn't think I have to go too far away from the red pot to find the treasure. It should be somewhat obvious. But perhaps when I write my memoir, someone will leave me a comment letting me know if I missed the treasure somewhere, or if I simply am dilly-dallying because of my curious, mousy aspirations. Well, it's rather deep in this part, but again, I do not see any obviously hidden treasure. So, I will dry my whiskers, and I will continue on as if I were not searching for hidden treasures. Gonna just skip my way down to the abbey. And oh look, it is becoming morning. And there in the distance is the abbey itself. It is a lovely sight, isn't it? Large and imposing to all evildoers and wrongdoers of Redwall. Here we go. We're hopping and skipping and jumping our way to Redwall Abbey in the morning today. All of the stories and books are filled with rhymes. So that is how I will spend my time. Yay! I am here at Redwall Abbey. Okay, what is this sign over here? Place Abbey travel key. Oh, cool, this is a little Abbey wagon. This wagon. There are no beasts of burden yet to pull me. And what is this over here? This is the Abbey's fountain. It is covered in mossy stone. And this is some sort of a ravine outside the Abbey itself. Well, let's head in. Gone fishing. Oh, perhaps the abbot is not here. Let us continue in. Place your Abbey quest key here. Then look left. Redwall Abbeycraft. Aha! Oh, look, I've been given some items.
Redwall Abbey extends its welcome to our newest novice. May your pause bring joy and comfort and peace to those in need. On a more personal note, allow me to say that you seem to show particular promise. As the abbot, it is often my honor to point young novices toward their specialties that seem best suited to their talents. I see in you the making of a great brewer, and perhaps even a cellar master in time, though that would indeed be unusual for a mouse. To that end, I have decided to begin your training in the ancient arts of healing, and specifically the brews, herbs, and potions we use. All such concoctions are created by combining raw ingredients. The mushrooms you collected are just one example. Take the ingredients you've collected and proceed along the path to the Great Hall. You will need to collect a few more items before continuing. Find my fishing pole in the Great Hall. Follow the southern stairs down to Cavern Hole and collect any empty bottles. You'll need a serving of milk. You will need to go into the gardens and collect a dozen carrots. While there, head to the pond and catch 2 fish for a light supper. Proceed to the second story and settle into your bunk and get some rest in the morning. Proceed to the infirmary, and there we will begin our healing arts.
Sheesh, capishish, that's a lot to do for a little mouse like me. Well, what's best begun is half the fun, or something like that. Oh, wow, this is the sacred ring of black and white stones in Redwall Abbey. Let us continue up these stairs, and we'll hop and skip over this way. Across this cute little bridge, which the curious mouse is always going to check underneath. Not finding anything, we'll proceed. Oh, what are those? Are those perhaps little bee apiaries? Wow. Should we go and see what those are? Let's go and see what those are. I think these are apiaries. And the hole in the ground, does it contain anything? Hello! Huh, no one seems to be home here at the Abbey. I certainly do think these are apiaries. Is there any honey to be found here? All of the apiaries seem to be empty. The bumblebees must be out in the fields collecting pollen from the wildflowers. I'll just put that beehive back together. Alright, let's continue our way to the Abbey. Gonna go up this hill. And what is this over here? Gravestones. It looks very spooky. I shan't go into the graves. Not at this time. But look, it is the Abbey. And it is the tower. Of which I think I'm supposed to go in. Though I do not remember why. I'm already hungry. Luckily, the bread provided to me by my mother before I left home is still intact in my possession. My little paws. What a quaint little tower. I've never been up quite so high in all my mousy life. Oh, it is a bell tower, in fact. If only I could ring the bell, but I'm afraid that if I hang from this rope, my weight will not be enough to actually ring the bell. Still, we can look down upon the beautiful forest outside of the abbey. There's the graveyard at the apiary. I don't know what that is. I'm very curious. And I cannot get to the abbey from here. Well, it wouldn't be a complete day if I didn't swing from the bell tower rope. Ow! I fell. Alright then, down we go. There's no sense sticking around up here. I'm not an owl after all. I don't even know if there will be owls at this story, in fact. What was this foundation over here? We should check it out. Is this where they're building a new extension to the abbey? Ah, refreshing dip in the cool waters. Alright then. Let us approach the abbey itself. Now, shh, must be quiet inside. The giant doors are partially open.
Redwall, who says that I am dead knows not at all. I am that is, two mice within Redwall. The warrior sleeps twixt hall and cavern hole. I am that is, taken on my mighty role. Look for the sword in moonlight streaming forth. At night when day's first hour reflects the north. From o'er the threshold seek and you will see. I am that is, my sword will wield for me.
Wow! That's really the Redwall saying. And what's this over here? Is it another poem?
Twixt earth and sky where birds can fly, I look below and see a place of wood with plumage green that breezes move like sea. Behind me, as the dawn breaks clear, wood pigeons come awake. Sea brown dust roll twixt green and gold, unwinding like a snake. So fly and sing, the wild goose is king, o'er golden acres far below. Our wings beat strong and true, where deep and wet see flowing yet another snake of blue. Across the earth is changing shape, with form and color deep. After the teeth of land rise up to bite the wool of sheep. So fly and sing, the wild goose is king. Beyond this much is lost in mist, but here and there I see the treachery of muddy gray. 'Tis no place for the free. O feathered brethren of air, fly straight and do not fall, onward across the wet gold flat where seabirds wheel and call. So fly and sing, the wild goose is king.
Boy, I don't know what all that means, but it sure sounds interesting. Don't you think so?